Okay, it's been 1 year since I got this SF3 functional trainer from Costco. It is a Smith functional trainer, so it has a Smith bar on it. Got it from Costco, great price, great machine. I'm gonna go over some of the things that I've had little issues with. But overall, even though I'm gonna show you some issues, it doesn't mean I still love this machine. It's great, I use it all the time. So just been some minor things that I've had to make some adjustments, figure out some ways around for some of the issues that I've had with it. So let's get into it. All right, so I have my SF3 set up here in my apartment bedroom, because it's the biggest space I have, and it fits in this bedroom. I set down a plywood base down first, because I didn't want to work out on my carpet. So I put plywood down, and I have it just over 6 feet each way. It's 74 inches by 74 inches. So I went with that size because it fit with the mats I have. I have 9 of these, so that fit the 74 by 74. So that's what I have down over top of the plywood base. When you get these, I got these from Sam's Club, other stores sell them, or you can use whatever type of mat you want. I noticed when I first put it down that it was really slick, like I was slipping all over the place, I couldn't get traction. So then I cleaned it, used a cleaner, scrubbed it. That got rid of most of the slipperiness. It made it so I had a little more traction, but just not enough. So to make it a little more grippy, I bought grip tape. And I picked it up from, I think, Lowe's or Home Depot, they have it. And I just put strips down. So I have strips like every, 4 inches or so, which works because when your foot is on there, you're catching both sides. I mean, you could cover the whole thing if you wanted. Just depends how much money you want to spend on the grip tape. So I have it going from the front to about 3/4 back, and it works. The only issue I have with it, as you can see, it makes it harder to clean the mats. Because now, when you're trying to clean these, you see the grip tape collects a lot of stuff. So that's the only issue I have, is trying to keep it clean, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. As far as the size, I went with this size. Like I said, it fit the mats. I didn't want to have to cut my mats. Really, if I was doing this again and I had the space, like I said, I have 9 mats, so I have 3 rows. I think 1 more row out would be perfect. So if you have the space, I would add about another 25, about 100 inches would be perfect. 75 by 100 would be about the perfect size. The bench itself, I do like. When I first got it, compared to my old bench, it is shorter. So that was kind of weird at first, but I got rid of my old bench and just started using this one, and it works fine, especially with this machine being a little on the shorter side, that having a smaller bench works. And keeping it up there is great, keeps it out of place, it folds up. Another little tweak I made with this machine is with your balls here. It has a little rubber gasket that goes right past the ball, which is supposed to keep it in place. It doesn't work. This ball, when first started working out with it, would be moving up, it'd be all over the place. I'm always constantly pulling it down. So I just took some tape, even though it's been here for a year now, need some fresh tape there. I just cut some tape, wrapped it around there on each of these, and it holds in place, never's moved since. So one other issue I have with this machine is sometimes I max out the weight that I can use, and for doing low rows, that's one of them. So I'll pull my bench over here. I did buy this off Amazon, so this doesn't come with the SF3, but definitely if you want to get the most out of the machine, pick up some third-party attachments. This is a great one. I think it was like 25 bucks. If I can find the link, I'll leave it down below in the description where you can pick this up. When you have a heavy attachment on there, don't just pull the pin. You'll see, watch what happens if I just pull the pin. This is gonna drop. Because the attachment weighs more than the one. Hold it down. Either don't put the attachment in until you move the pin, or just hold it down with your hand, stick it down on the desired weight, and you may have to push it all the way down, put some force on it so they line up, then you get your pin in there. So I have it set on 160 pounds, which Functional trainers are 2-to-1 machines, so really it's only 80 pounds. So I'm not low rowing 160, it's 80 pounds. And I can do it fairly easily. I would like a little more weight on there. So you have these little 5-pound add-ons, and you come with 2. 1 for each stack. You're only supposed to put 1 in there. Just slide it here on the top. But you can fit 2. If you just take the other one, it might scratch up your pulley a little bit and scratch up the inside of here. It's fine. I don't really care. And it won't fit all the way in there, but it fits in there just enough. So now I added an extra 10 pounds, which again, 2-to-1 machine, it's an extra 5 pounds. And it stays in there perfectly. Add a little more weight, gives me a little more out of this exercise. So Inspire does sell some add-on plates. I think it's a stack of 50 pounds, but it doesn't work for the SF3. So you can't add extra plates to this machine. You can just add these 2. And again, it only comes with 2. I don't know, you might be able to, you probably could. If you had some more of these, you probably could stack some more on there. I don't know exactly how much it's rated for, if it's going to cause any damage to the machine. I've been doing this for about a year now, using the 2. It's worked fine, haven't any issues. If you've done this at home, if you have more of them, how many can you stack on there? Might be worth picking up. I'm sure you could probably find these on Amazon or something. Another little tip for you, if you're doing high rows, and the bar I have on here, if you can see it, you can just barely see it, it's a straight bar. It's another bar that I purchased off Amazon, so it didn't come with machine. I will leave a link at the end of this video to my 4-month review where I went in more detail of all the different attachments that I purchased. So stick around to the end and check out that video if you want to learn more about these attachments. So I have it set at the same weight I was doing the low row. So I have the whole stack and I have those 2 additional plates stuck in there. So when you're pulling it back, it's a little heavy to begin with. What I'm going to do is I have the bench set here. So to be able to pull the weight a little easier and to brace myself a little bit, I'm going to use the foot basically of the bench here and prop my feet on here. So it kind of keeps me in place as I'm pulling the stack. Rather than if I have my feet down here, it's going to want to, it's a little more, it's almost like my feet are trying to slide, where if I just rest them on there, it makes it a little bit easier. So obviously you could do the exercise without doing that. It's just, man, your feet are going to want to slide, especially if you're using a heavier weight like that. So just bracing them on the legs of the bench helps out. So the last issue I've had with this is, and I've talked about it in my other videos, is for my lat pull downs. Machine is a little, how do I say it? The machine isn't the tallest. From floor to where this pin is, let's go with the bottom of the hook because that's where your attachment's going to be, 62 inches. And I have it at the highest, have it on the highest setting, so 62 inches is all you get. I have heard some people in the comments say, well, what if you raised up the machine? So I have it on the platform here. What if you put like a 4x4 under each leg? I guess you could do that, and that would give you a few more inches. So that is an option, you know, if you are on the taller side. Other than that exercise, the lat pull downs, that's the only one I have an issue with. So that could work. I don't think I would need a 4x4, maybe a 2x4 or so, just to go up a little bit. Just remember, if you lift up the machine, so let's say you have it setting on a 4x4, well, that means when you have these all the way down and you're doing lower exercises, well, now you're going to be up, say, 4 inches. You know, that may not be a big deal. Just keep that in mind that if you have it off the ground, that's going to bring up your lowest setting of where it is. Now, unless you, for those exercises, you get yourself, I don't know, a little platform or something to stand on to get you a little higher. So that's an option too. So yeah, you could, I guess, put it on, say, like a 4x4 or 2x4s, or build up a little platform underneath where these two legs go to give yourself more height. If you've done that, leave it down in the comments below. Let me know how it's worked. So I haven't done that. I didn't realize it till I already had this machine set up. Maybe it's something I do in the future. I don't know. Get some people over here, lift the side up, throw a board underneath it. We'll see. I'll let you know if I do that. So let me show you the issue I was having. And it wasn't just the height, it was the weight too. So again, I have it maxed out. I have those 2 extra plates in there. I use this bar, another third-party bar I got off Amazon. I love this bar because I love having that side grip. So as you can see, when I'm sitting here, I could, it's just a little short. If it was just a little bit higher, I could get that full extension. Where here, I can't. My arm's already down a little bit. Especially doing this exercise, very easy with this weight. Now, I could do it to failure. It's going to be 25, 30 reps. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do that exercise, hit the 10 to 15 range. That's where I want to hit failure. So I was like, man, if I could incorporate using both stacks, and I was looking for attachments that would be able to attach to both stacks, especially something with a grip like this. Couldn't find it. If you've seen one, again, let me know in the comments below. I haven't found anything. And then I realized, wait a minute, the machine came with an attachment that I could use that attaches to both stacks that might work out well for me. And sorry if I seem out of breath at times, because I am doing my workout. I'm doing my push day, and I'm just filming in between sets here, so there might be times where I seem like I'm out of breath. So it comes with this, basically your curling bar that would attach, which I don't use it for that. You would attach it to both sides. I don't know. There's just something about the feel of doing those with this bar I don't care for. So I don't use it for that. That can be a little loud too. I don't know how well my neighbors hear that. So I'm gonna put both stacks at the highest. I'm gonna put both cables here at the top. And again, this attaches at both ends. And it really wasn't until somebody mentioned in one of my comments in one of my other videos, like, hey, what about using that bar? And I was like, you know what? That might actually work. I don't know why I didn't think about it sooner. Because now with this, I can incorporate both stacks. So I definitely don't need the add-ons. And I don't need it to set at the maximum weight. So let's just go. I'm going to put it on 80 on each side. And with this, the way this bar is, it goes up a little bit higher. Now with where I'm setting, I do have to reach a little bit. Now, to get tension on it, I got to come down a little bit. So it's actually a little higher than it was with that other bar. So I get a little better workout. So this is workout for me. I like how it's hooked up. I can use both stacks and it's a little higher. Okay, 80, clearly too easy. Let's go down to 100 on both stacks. Now, the other issue with this bench, typically when you're doing lat pull downs like that, you have a bench or a seat that has a cushion that goes over your legs that's going to hold you in place. But you don't have that with this. So I've looked online, maybe possibly I'll buy a bench sometime that has that. So far I haven't had much of an issue because I'm not going high enough weight yet where it's pulling me off the bench. So just keep that in mind. If you're going really heavy, you might have to look for a different bench that'll hold you in place. All right, 100 on each stack. A little better. Again, I'm not going up. I wish I could go a little higher, so I wish I was a little bit lower. And there's other things you could do. You could kneel on the floor. I've done that. I don't like doing my exercise like that. It's kind of uncomfortable. You could put the bench all the way down, but again, you're just kind of sitting in an uncomfortable position, which you can't really see. So let me lower the camera here. You kind of got your knees up in your chest here. Now I do have to really reach for it. So I'm down low enough. I'm almost down too low. So you can do it like that. It's a little more uncomfortable. Feels like it's pulling me off my seat like that. So I typically don't do it. I usually just don't get the extension that I normally would have on it. So a couple things you can play around with it. Again, if you can do lat pull downs, use the curling bar that comes with the machine. So this one did come with it. I didn't have to purchase that separately. And you can use both stacks. Again, when I was using the one just on this stack alone, I was using the whole stack plus the add-ons. Now I'm at 100. Even if I want another plate on each, I still have another 5 plates to mess with, to grow and start using over time. So plenty of weight on here, and then I could even add those add-ons on. So more weight than I'm going to probably ever need doing my lat pull downs. All right, there you go. That is the 1-year look at the Inspire SF3 that you can purchase from Costco. Now you can get it off the Inspire website. Highly recommend, if you're going to get this machine, get it through Costco, because I think it's through Inspire, it's like over $4,000 for this thing. Where for Costco, I'm looking at it right now, $24.99. They do deals quite a bit. I think when I got it, it was around the same price, but they gave you like a $500 Costco card. Right now, it doesn't look like they have that. Comes with a 1-year subscription to the Inspire Fitness app. I got that too. I think I looked at it 1 or 2 times. It has some videos in there. There's better YouTube videos of workouts that you can do on Functional Trainer. So I didn't use the app, but it's available. You get a 1-year subscription to it. Again, $24.99 for this. Way better price than you're going to get if you buy it off the Inspire website. And a way better price than most functional trainers out there for what you get out of this machine. Like I said, I use it. I've had it for a year. I use it 6 days a week. I have friends that come over and use it. I put the wear and tear on it. It still holds up perfectly. Let me get under here, 165 pounds. Obviously you can't see me hanging here. It's a solid machine. So, you know, if you're heavier, 250, 260, whatever, I think you're going to be fine with it. I mean, it's solidly built. I haven't had anything break. No issues with it. Works perfectly. That being said, if you want a functional trainer, Costco does have the FTX. $1,200 right now. Plus, it looks like $300 off. I don't know if that $300 off their normal price. I think it is, because I think it's usually $14.99. So right now it looks like it's $300 off. So it's $1,200 or $11.99 instead of $14.99. That machine is a good machine too. Not built. It's not as good as this one. Obviously, it's about half the price. You don't get the Smith bar with it, which if you're not going to use the Smith bar, that's a great price for a machine to still get a quality functional trainer. I got it because I figured I'm probably going to use the Smith bar. I do it sometimes. I mainly use the Smith bar for calf raises. That's why I've got this pad that I put on the bar. So I have the bar come down and I do my calf raises with it. Pick this up on Amazon too. I do bench with it once in a while. It's just because the angle you're doing straight benches. I typically use dumbbells, so you're hitting the muscle fibers better because you're benching with the dumbbells at an angle. Because when I bench straight with the bar like that, I get pain in my shoulders. So I don't always bench with that. So if you're not going to use the Smith bar, go with the FTX. You'll save half the price. But if you're looking for one with a Smith bar, this is a great machine. Like I said, had it for over a year. It's held up perfectly. 6 days a week. I have a gym membership, which I still pay for, but I haven't been there in a year. Since I've got this machine, I haven't gone to the gym. I got my exercise bike out there that I get my cardio in. I do everything on this. I've bought a lot of attachments for it. It comes with a lot. Leg day is maybe, obviously you could squat with it. I do use the bar occasionally for squatting. Otherwise, I'll use my low row attachment for goblet squats. I bought some. It comes with one leg strap. It's not as good as this because this has pads on it. This way I wouldn't have to rotate. So you just put this around your ankle, hook it to the cable, and you can do, leg extensions with it. So again, I think these were like $10. You can get these off Amazon too. So a lot of great things. So I can do a full body workout on here. Best purchase I've made as far as fitness equipment. Absolutely love this machine. So if you're in the market, if you're looking for a functional trainer, highly recommend getting one of these. If you don't got a Costco membership, I got my Costco membership. I think it's $60. I only got it for this. I don't go shopping at Costco. It's like an hour away. So I got the membership just so I could get this machine, and that's all I've used it for. So there you go. Leave it in the comments below if you have any questions, anything more you want to know about. I'll probably do some more update videos as time goes on. If I make any changes to it or find some new attachments for it. There you go. If you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel.